Good morning, everyone. Saturday morning. I looked outside, it's not gotten any warmer. Boy. Well, someone had asked, and sorry, Fred, or Frank, I'm sorry, how exactly, mounted the turn signals. And that's exactly what it is. It's just a piece there, and that's how it mounts. The one on this side, I only have a single filament bulb in it because I didn't have the dual filament fell apart inside. The part that holds the two little tits. So I found this. So unfortunately doesn't have a running light, but at least has a turn signal. So excuse me, I thought it was more important to have a turn signal, turn signal than a running light. For now, I'll maybe find something, swap meet this summer, who knows. But that's just how it mounts here. The important thing is, if you've never fiddled with these bolts, they're fine thread. They're a short reach. They bump up against this tube. Not that part, that's a leg. But they bump up against the tube that goes up inside there. Like here. Bumps up against the leg. So be gentle taking it out. I always chase the threads, and whenever I put I see exactly how, because there isn't a lot. Now here you're just holding the turn signal, but sometimes you're actually holding, well, you got like this, and you're holding the rubber grommet that has a metal inside that holds the windshield, which comes off. So, I mean, it has force against it, but like I say, that's not very deep. So, and I've broken them off. I've had to try and drill them. I've broken a bit off drilling it. It gets to be a real fiasco. I guess the only thing you do is weld it up, re-drill it, and tap it. So I've had stuff go south with these really short depth. And like I say, it's a fine thread. And when I do chase the threads, let's see. I use like this. No, wait a minute. Well, it would be like this. But I grind it off so they get the thread all the way in. So it would be something, it'd be a fine thread. I know I've got one in here somewhere. But that's what I do. I just go ahead and grind them off like that so that you put threads all the way in, unless you've got the leg out. If you've got the leg out of the triple tree, then you can use a regular pointy tap. That's what I call it. But like I say, be real careful with these. And then I put oil in there, but I make sure the depth is, so I utilize all that threads. I mean, many a times I have taken a bolt from, which would be like one of these, and see how much depth that is. Go ahead and cut it off, put a nut on there, cut it off, and the nut will actually kind of clean the threads up as you take it off. So that's why I like to make sure I utilize all of the thread that's given to you, because there's not much there. And don't ever over tighten it either. Just, I use like a 1/4 inch drive. When I see that 1/4 inch flex, I do that on a lot of things, even the tank bolts. I use a 1/4 inch, and when that little 1/4 inch is flexing, unless I'm really checking the torque, the 1/4 inch, I know I'm not overdoing it. So that's why I usually, you know, even like that one, like this one here, I cleaned, you know, made it real thin. So that's for like the, say like your bolts up in there for the 1/2 inch. I put this on here like this, and when you see this starting to flex, you know you're doing, you know, stop. That's good enough. But like I say, if you want to use a torque wrench, that's great. I'm sure there's a torque for it. There's a torque for everything. I think I have like written up somewhere around here. That's for drills, but yeah, you can look it up and it'll tell you exactly how much for 5/16 24 it should be. And then be mindful as you putting it into steel, you're putting into aluminum. Of course, aluminum should be a coarse thread. Well, that's for that. And you can have them, I've thought of them, why didn't they put them on the back side? I guess it looks better on the front side. I've tried different ways. Yeah, I'm working on this one. So I think in the end I'll be putting that back on with the extender. I forgot I had these, which has the 2-wire. And so since I forgot I had those, I'm going to do something different. I made this up, and I already have it in here, so I'm going to have to take it back out, take the secondary one out, and I'll have to take the tire off, then I'll have to put the fender on to get under here to put this under the clip. Excuse me, under the clip. And there'll be 2 wires going under that clip. So I think by the time they got to the Evo stuff, they, instead of welding the clips on, they have these little tits, and the little plastic snaps on. So in case one breaks, you can just replace the plastic. So I think they were, you know, I don't know, who knows how they're doing it now, but I've seen some fenders where there's just like a metal clip here and maybe one here, and it's spot welded, and they usually have this, and you always usually have this here. Now when I did it on the black bike, it didn't have any of that for some reason, so I drilled a hole underneath that so it's not seen, put a clip in a small nut and bolt, so at least I have something to hold the wire. You want to keep it off the tire. Well, hope everybody had a great holiday, turkey and so forth, and I'll catch you later. I'll get back to tinkering around. Well, that's about it, I guess. I sure hope it does get warm quick, but there's some snow and ice still on the roads here, so oh well. Stay as warm as you can where you're at. If you can ride, enjoy. Catch you later. Bye-bye.